Hey there, so today I wanted to take you on a little driving tour of Lakeland Heights. It is such a cute area and I thought it'd be fun to show you around and chat about what makes this place so special. I actually recorded this whole thing while driving, but of course my microphone decided to be all staticky, so here we are doing a voiceover instead. But honestly, this gives me a chance to really dive into the history, what makes it different from the other sections of Bridgeland, and of course, the pros and cons, because let's be real, no place is perfect. I'll show you around the community centers where all the shops and restaurants are, and we'll wrap up by checking out a home that's currently for sale here. So let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the video until we get to the next street I want to talk about. Okay, so this street coming up is a perfect example of what makes Lakeland Heights so unique. The homes here were built by David Weekley with this cool design where the garages are mostly in the back. That way, you get these awesome front patios that face out towards the lakes and parks and trees. It really gives the whole area an open, natural feel, like you're in the middle of nature instead of in the middle of a suburb. When I first moved to Houston, Lakeland Heights was actually where I bought my first home because I just fell in love with the style of the homes and how walkable everything is for the suburb, especially with young kids. This street right here was so much fun during Halloween and Christmas. There were tons of kids that come here to trick or treat because the lots are just perfect for decorating. They do such a good job and it's super easy for the little ones to get around. I really love this area. Here's something most people don't know. Lakeland Heights was inspired by the Greater Heights in Houston, and the Greater Heights was actually the first master plan suburban community in the Houston area. So Howard Hughes really wanted to mimic that charming mixed style look with Craftsman and Tudor style homes, and also make it feel like a classic walkable Main Street area. I'm gonna go ahead and speed up the video so that we can go take a look at the commercial area next. So now we're pulling into the Lakeland Village commercial area. There's a little bit of everything here. On my right, you'll see the CVS, and on the left, there's some office and doctor buildings. That red brick building up ahead has more shopping, but I'm going to speed up and pull around to the front so you can get a better look. So this big field you see in front of us is where they host the Bridgeland Farmers Market twice a month, and they also do Friday Night Bites here once a month. It's when a bunch of food trucks come out and there's live music. It's such a good time. All right, so now that we're turning onto the little street here, over here we've got Russo's Pizza that just opened last year. There's a dentist, an eye care place, and then here, coming up towards the end, there's L3 Coffee, which, by the way, has some really tasty coffee. This is local table and local bar, same owner, same menu, but one's for drinks and happy hour vibes, and the other's more of a sit-down spot. Down the road I just passed, there's dance studios, and there's a few fitness studios too, and of course, we've got dessert shops and a liquor store. Again, what makes Lakeland Heights unique is that all of this is super walkable for at least half the homes in Lakeland Heights, maybe more depending on how much you like walking and what the weather's like. All right, now I'm going to show you the street where I used to live and talk a little bit about why we ended up moving. I'm gonna also speed up the video until we get there. So not all streets in Lakeland Heights are like this, but of course I bought a house on one of the few where the fronts of the homes face each other on this narrow street instead of out towards the lakes and trees. It wasn't ideal for me because there's not a lot of street parking and the houses are pretty close together. But anyways, coming up, this blue house on the right was ours. What I really loved was the upstairs balcony that overlooked the lake, and just over here, this big lake in front of me, this is where Bridgeland hosts the big 4th of July events and community gatherings. So we had front row seats, which was really nice. We ended up moving because the house was 3-bedroom, 2,200 square feet, and with 3 kids and both of us working from home, we needed more space. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the Bridgeland amenities now, so let's speed this up a little bit. Alright, so this is the Bridgeland Welcome Center. If you're considering moving to Bridgeland, I highly recommend stopping in here. They've got maps, they've got inventory sheets, and snacks, because who doesn't love free snacks? When my daughter was a baby, I absolutely loved walking around this area with her every day. Everything was just a few minute walk away, and honestly, we spent way more time outside at the parks when we lived in this section versus the section we lived in now. Let's go ahead and speed it up. So this building here was the original gym. I think it's just a community center now, but they've opened a new gym over here that's really nice. It's got all new equipment and big windows that overlook the lake. And this playground that you can't really see yet, but to the side of the gym, is one of the few in Bridgeland that has lots of shade over the play area, which is a huge, huge plus. And behind this building is the pool. It has a splash pad, 2 water slides, 2 large pools with a diving board. The Bridgeland swim team practices here a lot. And then right next to it, we've got the tennis and pickleball courts. These are really popular here in Bridgeland, so it fills up fast, but you can take lessons and find people to play with pretty easily. All right, so now we are going to head towards that home that is currently for sale. Real quick, I wanted to talk a bit about why people love it here and why some don't. I've helped both single professionals and families buy homes here, and they love the walkability, the easy access out of the neighborhood, the little shops and restaurants, and just how unique it is for a suburban area. On the flip side, some folks feel the homes are a bit small and the lots don't offer much privacy. The homes can feel a bit townhome-ish, and if you're looking for a big backyard, you might find that lacking here. Okay, so this house with the balcony right in front of us is the one we're going to check out, so let's go take a look. I love this front patio. It overlooks a park, which is great if you've got kids. When my kids were younger, especially my oldest, this was the park to be at to play football. Currently, this home is listed for $395, and the listing is courtesy of Kendra Larson with eXp Realty. Most of the homes in Lakeland Heights were built by David Weekley, so you'll see a lot of their signature style in here. The living room here is really open and flows into the spacious kitchen. But let me show you the yard, because this is where some people might have concerns. The back of the home is pretty close to the neighbors, so unless you don't mind a small yard, this could definitely be a downturn for some. Again, here in Lakeland Heights, the garages are typically towards the back of the house instead of the front, so let me open it up so you can see the layout I was talking about earlier. Okay, so this one actually has a full driveway. The one I lived in did not have a full driveway, and as you can see, the back alleyway can get a little bit cramped, which is why there's a lot more street parking than the other areas and sections of Bridgeland. All right, so I'm going to speed up this video and show you the rest of the house real quick. Honestly, the best part of this house, in my opinion, is this beautiful balcony that overlooks the park. This would be a lovely place to have coffee in the morning. Okay, so that concludes the tour of Lakeland Heights today. If you have any questions about this area or Bridgeland in general, feel free to reach out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.